We knew the Buffalo Bills were looking for a little more veteran leadership when it came to the tight end room. And now the Buffalo Bills have signed that veteran they were looking for. Welcome to Bleav Talk. My name is Joe, and that's right. The Buffalo Bills have hit number 21. Welcome to a free agency breakdown edition of Bleav Talk, where we break down all the 2019 Buffalo Bills free agents. And again, we hit the 21st free agent now. So Brandon Beane, Sean McDermott, go play some blackjack. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Number 21. Before we talk about the 21st free agent, I want to remind everyone, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, be sure to do so, because not only do we have you covered on every single free agency pick from the Buffalo Bills, we have you up to date on the draft picks as well. Currently doing a series where we talk about every single draft pick, and we have you covered throughout training camp, preseason, and then regular season. We do live play-by-play reaction right here on Bleav Talk. So you want to hit that subscribe button. If you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Leave a comment, like this video, and let me know what you think about the most recent free agent signing, and that is tight end Lee Smith. Lee Smith previously played with the Buffalo Bills in 2011. He was drafted in the 5th round by the New England Patriots. Lee Smith, out of Marshall University, was drafted in the 5th round by the New England Patriots. He was then waived by the Patriots in the 2011 season, and the Buffalo Bills picked him up. So the Buffalo Bills picked him up. He plays for the Buffalo Bills for 3 seasons, does pretty well for us, and that's why you might remember this name, Lee Smith. More of a blocking tight end, not much of a receiving tight end. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll talk about his stats in his 9 years in the NFL. Lee Smith is 31 years of age and spent 9 seasons in the NFL. He signed a 3-year, $9 million deal to play with the Buffalo Bills for the next 3 seasons. Now, we know that if this offseason's any indication about the contract, we know there's probably going to be some sort of team option towards the end of next season. More like Lee Smith is playing on a 1-year deal, a prove-it type deal, and then we'll see what happens in years 2 and 3. But right now, here's what we know. We know Lee Smith signed a 3-year, $9 million deal with the Buffalo Bills to play tight end. Now, again, like I said, Lee Smith, more of a blocking tight end in his 9 years in the NFL, has not really put up the numbers that are going to scare you. But at the same time, you don't expect that from a blocking tight end. He also gives us a veteran leadership at 31 years of age. He has been around this league a little bit. He knows what's going on. You look at that tight end room right now, minus Lee Smith. We have 7 tight ends, none of which have played more than a season or 2 at tight end. So it's good to pick up this guy here. Again, probably not going to be all that much money. We have that 1-year team option more than likely. You look at the tight ends currently in the tight end room in Buffalo. You got Tyler Kraft, Jason Kroom, Jake Fisher, Dawson Knox, and then Tommy Sweeney, and then Morrell Stevens, who was an undrafted free agent who we picked up as well. So a bunch of guys there, none of which have had a lot of time at the tight end position. So good to get a veteran tight end. We knew that we were looking at this, right? We looked at Benjamin Watson. We were going to see if he wanted to come play for Buffalo, come out of retirement, but he went to the Patriots. So we knew that we were looking for a veteran tight end to come in, and I'm not sure if Lee Smith is anything more than just that, a veteran presence in a young tight end core. So he might make this team, but expect Jason Kroom, maybe Dawson Knox, somebody else to be the guys who are more highlighted in this offense. But, in his 9 seasons in the NFL, he has played pretty well. Again, mostly a blocking tight end. But if you look at his stats in the 9 seasons, 56 receptions, 392 yards, and 7 touchdowns. So what does that mean to me? That means he's a red zone threat, right? 7 touchdowns isn't that bad for a guy who is known for his blocking. Even last season, he only had 10 receptions for 73 yards, but 3 of those were for touchdowns. So you know that he is a threat in the red zone. Defensives can't forget about him. That's the problem. You might not think he can beat you deep, or he might not be a receiving threat, but you also have to make sure you know where he is on the field. You don't want to give up an easy reception in the end zone for a touchdown. Again, we need red zone targets for Josh Allen, and this can be a red zone target, a red zone threat. We know with the tight ends that we have that this is more going to be a blocking scheme type fit. You know, we have one, maybe two guys who can be receiving threats, right? We got Jason Kroom, who proved that he can be a receiving threat last season. Then you talk about Dawson Knox, again, averaging 18.9 yards per catch last season, 15.4, I think, for his career, something like that. So we know that we have two guys there at the tight end position who might be able to take the top off the jar, so to speak, and get downfield. So not expecting much here from Lee Smith. Again, the Buffalo Bills signed Lee Smith, tight end, to a 3-year, $9 million deal. Now you say, why do we sign Lee Smith? Well, interesting coincidence here. The Buffalo Bills recently signed a new offensive line coach, right? We signed Bobby Johnson, offensive line coach, just this current offseason. And where did Lee Smith play the past 3 years? Oh yeah, that's in Oakland. Where was Bobby Johnson previously to come to Buffalo? Oh yeah, he was the tight end coach in Oakland. So there's a little bit of familiarity there, and Lee Smith definitely benefits from that, knowing each other there. Again, we tried to get Benjamin Watson to come here after he decides to come out of retirement. He goes to New England. We know we need that veteran presence in the tight end room, and that's what Lee Smith brings. So more of a depth signing, more of a veteran signing here. Not much as far as me expecting, production on the field. Again, more of a blocking tight end. You're not going to hear his name all that much this season. As long as he does his job, you don't want to hear his name much this season. But he will be there to block, hopefully for McCoy or Singletary or Gore, whoever it would be. So again, Lee Smith, tight end, 3 years, $9 million. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Again, there's not much to be excited about here. More of a bleh signing, right, like I said. But again, he does bring veteran leadership into a young tight end room. Again, the only guy that we have on our tight end room from last season is going to be Jason Kroom. So it's good to get some veteran leadership in there. And that's all this signing really is to me. I don't read too much into the signing. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you like this signing? Do you think this is just a waste of money? The Bills still do have some pretty decent sized cap space. Again, we're not at the top of the league, but we're right there, and so we have plenty of money to spend on possibly one or two major pieces if we'd like. Ndamukong Suh, I believe, is still out there, so keep an ear out for that. But that's all I have for you today on Lee Smith. Again, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, leave a comment, let me know what you think about tight end Lee Smith. Let me know if you think this was a good decision by Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott, or if you think, what are we doing here? But again, we do need that veteran leadership, and that's what he brings to that tight end room. So thank you for joining me. I believe talk. My name is Joe. Again, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, like this video, leave a comment. I'll happily get back to you. I'll talk to y'all soon. Until I do, go Bills.